73 be concurred in. Lady from the 23rd on concurrence.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. More and more electric vehicles are coming on the market, and Wisconsin's EV infrastructure is woefully behind. Now, as the owner of an EV and a home charging station, I was very excited to see this bill moving forward so that Wisconsin can finally embrace an electrified future. But this bill is now a power grab, a literal power grab by our public utilities. The provision in the bill that requires that all electricity be obtained from the electric provider is short-sighted, and it goes against free market principles. This provision prohibits chargers that use solar energy and solar chargers with battery storage because these electrons come from the sun, not from our local electric utility. The solar industry is expanding rapidly, growing 43% from 2019 to 2020. Why are we trying to kill an industry, or at least prevent it from coming to Wisconsin, unlike other states who are embracing renewable energy, creating jobs, and decreasing our reliance on fossil fuels? Wisconsin already lags behind most of our Midwest neighbors, and it's provisions like this that are absolutely going to keep us there. In many parts of the state, there are no charging stations. I can tell you that personally because I can't take my electric vehicle to every part of Wisconsin. Now think about all the electric cars, ATVs, snowmobiles, and off-road vehicles that are about to hit the market. And for my friends and colleagues in northern Wisconsin, this part is for you. Now, a Canadian company is about to introduce a Tesla-inspired electric snowmobile that does 0 to 60 in about 3 seconds. It's quiet, has less maintenance, no emissions, and might be available later this year. Now, we want users of these vehicles to visit the rural parts of the state, but they can't if there's no place to charge them. We should be letting the free market, not electric utilities, decide where these chargers go. Now, solar combined with storage can combine charging in a lot of these hard-to-serve communities so that they are all ready to go when new kinds of electric vehicles come on the market. Now, solar and storage is a very small market right now, but it has the potential to make charging practical and affordable in locations where utility infrastructure is not present or inadequate. Why should we wait for the utility company to decide where a charger goes? Solar with storage can provide an important source of vehicle charging in emergencies when the power grid is down. It can cost-effectively provide charging in remote areas, and it can limit demand charge spikes when the power rates are very high, particularly if you're doing a lot of charging. Now, as the representative from the Conservative Energy Forum testified at the public hearing, we don't know what the renewable energy business model will be. Conservative principles want to encourage the ability to charge from many different sources. We desperately need an EV charging bill, not just for me, but for all of the EV owners in this body and everybody who votes for us. But this bill is short-sighted. What started off as a bright idea is little more than a dim bulb. It has been amended to the point where it is anti-competitive. It is not what this state needs, and it will keep Wisconsin behind all of our neighbors in renewables and electric cars. So on behalf of all of the EV drivers in this state, we are really disappointed in this bill. And I hope that my colleagues will remember their free market principles that they so often speak about and embrace them, embrace the growing renewable energy industry, and let's get an EV charging bill that we can all embrace and drive forward with. That was on purpose. Thank you.
Gentleman from the